On this episode of Sunday Morning Stars, I had the honor of catching up with the Disciples right before the new spring season began. I got to know a little background history about the Disciples, their thoughts about last year's spring and fall season, and how they feel about the upcoming season. But before we get into that, let's go back and take a look at last year's journey. Last spring season, the Disciples was one of the top teams in the Baltimore County League. They had a pretty successful season, only losing to two teams, the UT Savages and MSP. During this time, playoffs was right around the corner, and many would have assumed that they would have made it to at least the semi-championship. But unfortunately, they did not make it as far as they would have hoped for. From what I saw, they seemed pretty confident and excited just before their game. They went against the Delaware Badgers, and in the beginning, it looked like they had a strong chance at winning. But unfortunately, as the game continued, the chances became slim, and in the end, the Disciples lost and didn't make it to the semifinals. After their spring season, the Disciples lost a few players, but of course, their core players, who have been part of the Disciples for years, remained and returned for the fall season. Their first two games were against Juice and TFK, two teams they previously beat last season. But this time, it was different. The Disciples lost both games their first week. After that week, people started wondering if it was truly the beginning of the downfall of the Disciples, as they didn't get further along in the playoffs as planned, and had two tough losses the first week. I continued on following their journey, and throughout the season, they had more success. Corey, it's week 4. How are you guys feeling about the season so far?
Real good, real good. Week 1, we lost to Juice and TFK. Really a big upset, but we bounced back over the week after against Two-Time. And now we just got the win against the Strikers, a good team, and we on the lights out.
The Disciples carried on with winning and only lost against the UT Savages, who was also dominating that season. Before you knew it, it was time for playoffs again. This playoff, the Disciples came stronger and out for revenge. The Disciples were on fire and unstoppable. Their first game they won against Lights Out. Then, their next game was against the number 1 seed, UT Savages. Though they lost against them twice that year, they finally defeated them during the semifinals and moved on to the championship game. In the championship game, the Disciples went against Juice, who were the first team they played and lost to during week 1. Juice had a successful season who only lost against the UT Savages. This game was intense, and the Disciples were even more on fire than the previous games and would not let up. By the way they were playing, you could see they were not stopping until they got what they came for. And that was the title of being the Baltimore County League Fall 2025 champion.
They said they wasn't worried about it.
Back. In just 2 months, the Disciples were able to show how you can overcome hard times and climb back to the top. With the right people around you, a little hope, hard work, and determination.
Right now, you won't work on the back. You work on the back, you can separate the Yeah. I can break off. All right, man. We cool. Give me the D-line and D-line, O-line. Well, you got Tyler.
Am I taking it or we staying together?
O-line, D-line. No, we gonna work them out. So what he asking is, are we gonna stay together or y'all gonna branch off? No, we're gonna stay together. O-line, D-line, work them out. You gotta work on that. Yeah. That's how we lost to no. Lost the Bullies like that too. Yeah. So, but yeah. So we need to. That's what we need to focus on. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna dictate who the free man is. All right. So depending on the quarterback, what he doing, he's rolling right, what he got going on, we're gonna dictate who the free man is, or depending on our matchup. This is one of the things that was sprung itself in that past tournament, and we gotta get together. So first we can go 1, 2, 3 lock. So my 3 line up with Corey. So 1, 2, 3 lock. Corey got to walk down either middle. You gonna slide with Corey? You gonna? Right now it's been. We gonna start off. If y'all not in the drill, back up so we can see.
Yes, sir. Do we have somebody like I know the guys switch out and all that, but do we have somebody? So Bills is mainly. One thing I can say, but I'm saying one thing I can say from watching the game prime time. If we can, bro, try to get in a huddle. Like if it's hard to if you know somebody come out, Bills will come out, somebody come out, right? It's a new line, right? Yeah, like even if it's a little quick something like let's talk so we know we communicated. Because like I said, change. Yes, change. So that's why I know.
What you seen that last tournament is him not being there, and y'all probably don't realize how much he do that.
Yeah, communicate. That's what I'm saying.
It was missed.
And that's just one of the things that like, even if it's something quick, like, let's talk so we can address who the free man or what we trying to accomplish up front. Like, hey,
we butchered
y'all motherfucking 3 lock, so Corey can be the free man, or so that Malik can be the free man, and so that everybody that's on the line. So if your come in this joint looking goofy, say I ain't know, come on back over here and stand with me then, right? Because we just talked about it.
He's the owner. When I came on, he was still playing, but he's the owner, coach. Man, he does a great.
Disciples is far from a new team. Mo, who is the team owner and coach, co-founded the Disciples back in 2009. Since then, he has successfully kept his team together throughout all these years.
Okay, so we started around 2009. Me and a close friend of mine, Claude, we played high school football together back in the ancient Stone Age. So we were already playing he was already playing flag when I got out of college, so I linked up with him. And we went to a couple teams that we didn't like what they were doing. You know, we didn't think that they had the IQ, and you know, it was showing a lot of favoritism and just things that we wasn't cool with. So we eventually branched off and started our own team. Started as a pickup league with some co-workers, just playing pickups on the Sundays, and then eventually, you know, we formed the Disciples, and that was 2009. When we started, we went through a lot of growing pains. We were younger, and we had to learn the game. So learning the game meant going through trials, tribulations, losses, making mistakes and learning from them. And we were able to eventually, after maybe 3 years of existence, start to win championships, local championships. Our home field is Bowie. We're originally from Bowie, where we normally play at. So we went out there, we started to win out there, and then we started to grow. And that was the beginning of it. A lot of my OGs who were with me at that time, you know, we're all 40s, 50s now, late 30s, and we've passed the torch to the new wave. So when the new wave came, that came Keegan and his brother Frank, and you know, they took the torch from there.
My name is Keegan Williamson, number 56. I've been playing flag for 15 years now, all with Disciples. I play offensive line, defensive line. You know, y'all may know me as Big Dippy, Mr. Dippy, you know, because I'm one of the only big men that can still get down like that. But, you know, my story is pretty simple, man. I got pulled in the flag. One of my friends in the neighborhood said, hey, you want to play flag? I said, flag? You know, I played tackle football, so I didn't think flag was something that, you know, I'll be interested in. I came out to a practice, and I've been locked in ever since. 15 years with Disciples, no other team. I love the game. I'm actually retired, but I still come out here and help out eights. I help coach, teach some of the guys. And every once in a while, I go out there and show them that I may be older, but I'm still the best out here. And I stamp that.
Hey, Tyler, keep in mind. Tyler, y'all back up to the 45, make that your line of scrimmage. All right. Yeah, no problem. Hey, so keep in mind, we not DBs out here when you in church. You're not a DB. Okay. So when you put hands on them, go to them, put hands on them.
Yeah.
Don't think, we about to be cute, we about to get you back down the field. If you put hands on them and engage with them, you can take them out the play early. That little bit messes the time of them.
This 5 in the trenches is different than the 5 on the outside.
Yeah. You can get in there, you can get dirty, you can hold them up. I don't want to see nobody pitty-patty downfield with them.
You need 3 seconds.
That's all.
You need like 3 seconds.
Hey, who's free down, Bizzle?
Hey, just like what Mo said, yo. Don't, if you know you locking, don't stand in front of them and be like this. That.
Put your hands
Put your if you see that, oh yeah, he coming to block me too, man. Put your hands on it. Because I guarantee if you wrestle like that, all you doing is controlling them. You not trying to beat him, you just controlling them. So if he decide he want to take off, worst case scenario, you may get a little baby tug right here to get you right back on his hip. The ref ain't gonna call that shit. I do it all the time. That's what it's about. I'm not faster than nobody.
Yeah, and like all the cute like I said, I try to trick him, so I try to hit him. Nah, that's your man, blow that
yeah, like
right there.
I want to see this. I don't want to see no overthinking. I don't want to see no accident. I want to see that. We want to dictate which outside gonna be free. So if it ain't your side, then you know these are two doing the thinking. Yeah. They doing all the thinking right here. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. The center yours. He yours. All right, switch up. We're gonna go lock 2, send 1. Center, you going out. Whatever little route you want to. Hey, we gonna go through 3 reps and we'll switch out. Hey, Corey, you come back. Come back now. This is just line play.
Sauce of y'all, yo. Yeah.
might go through his chest, bro. Even if you want to release, if you drive him back, fuck his route.
Yeah.
But just make sure your key is staying on him, though.
Yeah.
That's good, Trav.
He's yours the whole play. That's what happened to us last game. We get lazy. We see the quarterback dancing. We leave our man there slip upfield. That's what hurt us last game. Trust your free man to make the play. If he don't, we on his ass. It be yours and yours, y'all.
Slants. You run that slant, you see that slot defender? Don't be an idiot and run right into him. If Jimmy sees you, he will throttle you down in that window. Or if he doesn't throttle you down, just keep going. Go to the next window. Basically, run our route. Run your route correctly. If it's supposed to be 6 yards, run it at 6 yards. Don't push it to 8. Don't run it at 3. Run it at 6 yards. Because if you f it up, Jimmy gonna cut you out.
Don't take your digs off field either. You're just gonna run into
Yeah, on them digs, it's not a post dig. It's push up to 10, flat down the line. Don't drift upfield. It's gonna get undercut. If you don't know what you're doing, ask. For the most part, I know the starting receivers. I always check with your agent. I know what y'all routes. I know what y'all doing. If you don't know, ask. Don't just run out there. If you don't know, just look at Jimmy or just look at me. I'll tell you what to do. Everybody good? Most importantly, drop a pass. So what? Happens. Play football. Yeah.
Williamson, been with Disciples since 2015, and I play receiver, safety, a little bit of quarterback, but mainly receiver and safety. I've been playing football pretty much my whole life. First started playing when I was 9 years old, played Little League, high school, college, played arena ball, played CFL, and transitioned to flag. I got a lot of experience in football, not just in football, but sports all around. My family, I credit my parents.
They still are very big on sports. So they had me and my siblings, we played football, basketball, soccer, track. So like I said, I started playing football when I was 9 and just been playing it pretty much my whole life. So I think a lot of what I learned through my years of playing, it really helped my transition in the flag and transitioning to a leadership role with Disciples. And my teammates, they put me in a position of leadership and they trust me. I give a lot of credit to Mo. Also Claude, that was our former quarterback. He was also the other founder of the team. So they really preached family. You know, even when I first joined the team, when I was 22, they brought me in like family, you know. So that's some of the same traits that I try to exhibit with other players, you know, with the young guys that are on the team, because now I'm the old head on the team. So a lot of the younger guys, I try to really bring them under my wing. You know, they're all my little bros now.
Since the very beginning, Mo has always made it a point to put manhood and family first, and football comes after, especially with having young players on his team. Talent is a great thing to have, but a team filled with good character helps extend a team's football journey together. It becomes a place of brotherhood, and it allows you to enjoy the sport in a non-toxic environment. Most teams don't make it because of poor leadership skills and lack of structure, too many egos, incapable of solving problems, and not focused on building a team that will last long and go through the storms together versus only being in it for the wins.
Okay, my name is Jordan Page. I play wide receiver. I've been with Disciples for a year and a half now. Started with them back in last year, January with Nationals, and then I came over full time. Now I'm with the guys. I'm athletic, you know. I can throw it up, fast, Not too many guys that can step in front of me in guard. From West Baltimore, Park Heights, Belvedere, and Charles Grove. Yeah, I played in high school. I played all 4 years. At first, I was in North Carolina. I went to school in North Carolina. I played up to my sophomore year, and I came back. I ain't played my junior year. I played my senior year.
What year did you get into flag?
2019, I'm not sure. 2019 and 2020, it's one of those. Frank, that's my guy. He look out for me on the field, off the field. Yeah, like a big brother. Keegan, he look out for me every way too. They all look out for me. They help me grow. They tell me what I do wrong, what I do right. They keep me straight.
My name is Corey. I've been on the Disciples for 2 years now. I play D-line and middle linebacker. I played football, regular football in high school. Then I started in flag in 2020. So I've been playing flag for 4 years. Jordan, he from Baltimore. Taz, we from Baltimore. Mainly Disciples from Bowie, but you know they got mainly Baltimore guys here. So mainly just mostly Lower guys, mostly around PG, DC, and most of Baltimore City. So we all just come together. It's a family. Mainly like everybody hold each other accountable. You know, the leaders, Frank, Jimmy, Coach Mo, we hold each other accountable, come to practice every day, work hard, no toxic relationship, everybody just want to court.
The atmosphere. My guys, I love them. The vibes, the culture, they just bring life into the sport, you know what I'm saying? It feels good.
I knew Brandon loved to jump that.
This shit scrap.
Press the left for man.
Yeah, the play concept was tough.
Now we're gonna go from the three. Watch the back door.
The Disciples are filled with many talented players. They range from the ages 22 and 38, and they all contribute to the wins.
Clip my angel wings, I told the devil.
Malik Tarantino, rusher on the Disciples.
Chef Bizzle, I also rush.
Started on Disciples about 3 years ago, but overall flag probably like 2019, 2018.
Same. Jimmy asked me to come out one time, play 5-man, and I've been with Disciples ever since.
Family vibe here. Other flag teams, I feel like they just play flag and go home. Here, we talk all day, every day. Barely anything about flag, like at all. Jokes 24/7. It's all family. It's all my brothers out here. So I can go to them about anything outside of flag.
Just good vibes, you know. You get to just have fun at the end of the day. You know, it's recreational. You know, we competitive. We trying to win, but you know, we're trying to be competitive. But at the end of the day, if it's not fun, I wouldn't even be out here.
You won last year. It was a great season. We were short almost every day, but everybody stepped up in out of positions. I played corner most of the season. I don't even play corner, but everybody stepped up in positions they don't usually play. I remember the first week. I'm not gonna take anything away from them. They played well. We was like really rusty. We were short on guys. We just remember that, kept mental notes, and just play hard. Next time we seen them, we were fully staffed. And yeah.
You know, football is any given Sunday, so you always just gotta remember that.
Right now, they're playing right now. No cap.
They should sponsor me, because I really buy everything and get them right out here, you know? Infinite. Y'all, we out here getting some work in a day. It's ready to be a good scrimmage today, so just be prepared for this work that we about to get today. You know what I mean? You know, I might not get too much in, but it's not nothing.
Let's go, Jordan!
I like it.
Good pull! Good pull! Hey, Malik, Jordan, get one. You out. Get one, Jordan. Take one, Jordan. Hey, we need a wide receiver. You feel it popping in the tub. Little tub. Huh? That shit looking hard. I told you, boy, legs like paper mache.
Last season, Jordan had to take a season off due to an injury that he got last July. Anyone who has ever experienced an injury and is unable to do the very thing they love know how stressful and frustrating it can be. Injuries can also make you fall into depression, not knowing how long it'll take until you are fully healed, and unable to do the things that make you happy can really take a toll on your mental health. Though Jordan was unable to play, he still attended his team's games for support. While he supported them, they supported him as well whenever he was having a rough day.
It was one of my lows, depressed, going through a lot mentally. It was back in July last year. I tore my MCL. It was probably one of the worst 6 months of my life, honestly. I had to go through a lot of ups and downs, get my head right, and now I'm back on the field. And another thing, if it wasn't for my guys back then, I'd probably be a lot worse than I am.
Jordan isn't the only player on the team that the Disciples has helped on and off the field. D linemen Travis and Lonte are 2 other players who have experienced the same love and support from the Disciples.
When I came over, I was in a real hard spot in life, and I came from another flag team, and it was cool. But when I came over here, it became like family. I went through a life crisis. When I went through a life crisis, let me know who really there for you or not. I came from a different background, so when I came over here, it became brotherhood. I just been locked in. You get people throughout the years. They're like, man, why you stay with the people for so long? It is what it is. It's more than football for us, or for me anyway. You get a good group of guys. We hang out with each other. We do a lot of things. We become family. So in between the lines, it's football, but outside, we really be together. And for me, they saved my life, so I'm locked in until I can't play no more. Just for me.
When I came over, same as Travis, I came over from another team and came here open arms. Anything I needed or anything I needed help with, Mo, Claude, all of the OGs was always there. And it's only right for, myself to give back as well. Definitely came over, it was I didn't know nothing about nationals. I didn't know nothing about, having a core. I didn't know anything about organization. But when I got here, learned all of that, has been instilled in me, and definitely blessed, to be still here as part of the Disciples.
Obviously, we want to win, we want to compete, and we do win, we do compete. But the good thing about it is we actually care about each other. Some teams, they're just teammates. We're not teammates. We're all family. We talk to each other every day, all day. I mean, you should see our group. Well, you probably shouldn't see our group chats, but our group chats are constant. It's if you don't pay attention for an hour, you're already 100 messages behind. So,
being a veteran, I'm really here to help teach the younger guys, recruit for the program, and just try to keep building, trying to impart some of my wisdom that I have for the young guys that's coming in. One thing that I've always loved about Disciples, we've always been family. Football is secondary. I know our owner / coach Mo always says that we trying to build men first, play football second. So that's kind of the vibe that we have, and that's probably why we're one of the only teams that hasn't merged, haven't broke up, haven't split up, haven't changed names. We're one of the only teams out here that's still like that. And that's no shot to anybody else merging. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to do what's best for your organization. But, you know, I could probably say that we've always been able to keep it together with our core and with our guys. So, you know, that's really what we're about. You know, they brought me in, like I said, they helped me through everything. These guys are like my family. There's relationships outside of football. We don't just talk when we see each other at the field. We talking all week. We got a group chat with everybody in the group. I got to keep my phone on silent because the group chat going off so much. So that's just the environment that we breed. That's the environment that we had.
So if I got to describe my team, I would say, you know, we're a family. And that's when, you know, again, we started on the backs of me and one of my close friends who are like brothers. And we've always put that family touch, influence, pressure into the guys. So we want to make sure we show them the culture. We want to make sure we take care of each other. That's first and foremost. We do that, and then we bring football involved. So we got to understand we want to stick together, thick and thin. When it's tough, you know, we give them that family vibe. So that's the first thing I'm going to say, you know, family. And second, we kind of do our own thing. We're not followers. We don't ride the hot wave. We don't do what everybody else doing. We do what's best for us. And that's kind of the success we've had over the years. That's kind of where it comes from. Just sticking together, doing what's best for us, and putting the team first. I mean, as a manager and a coach, that's my motto. If it's best for the team, then that's what we're doing. The last thing is we have cultivated some leaders. You know, we have some guys I've had since they were maybe 18, 19, growing up. They're adults now. They're family men. We've been able to, you know, teach youngins that's coming up the game, learn the game from us, whether they're with us or not. Learned a lot of the game. So it's good to be able to give back, you know, to the next generation and also see our players grow into young men. I mean, a lot of things we do with this flag stuff is about mentorship. We got into it not knowing, but when you're managing, you're going through you got these youngins going through things that you might have been through 5 or 6 years ago. So it's always important to have strong leaders to be able to reach back and keep everybody focused.
I came, like I said, and this is not speaking bad to quarterbacks we had before. We had some great quarterbacks. Actually, the other co-owner, Claude, he was our quarterback when I got here. You know, he was just a little older, so it was time for him to move on. And then once we had another quarterback, then we had Jimmy. You know, we were a rec team before we got Jimmy. Just because we felt like we weren't ready to move up. We did 1 year with Jimmy, and we said, yeah, we got to move up. Jimmy is one of, you know, first of all, he's a good guy. He's locked in with the family aspect. He's the one that's trying to organize barbecues and things like that so we can keep that family atmosphere. And on the field, he's cerebral. And one thing about him, he does not have an ego. If you tell him, look, Jimmy, I see this, he's going to say, okay. He's not going to argue. He's not going to say, no, I want to run this. He's going to listen to you because he's my quarterback in 5-man. I run 5-man. If I want to call all the plays, he's fine with it. He may give me a suggestion and say, hey, Keegan, I see this. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm calling the plays, and he doesn't, you know, and he's so good, he can call his plays. A lot of times I say, Jimmy, man, do your thing. And he'll do his thing. So, yeah, Jimmy is definitely, I don't care what nobody say, comp, pro, whatever. I think he's the best quarterback out there. Sometimes I got to tell him, like, yo, I only run 5-yard routes. You don't got to throw that hard. I'm not going that far. I'm not going all the way down the field. I'm going 5 yards max. You don't have to throw that hard, man. Definitely one of those ones in this flag. And, you know, we've been close a few times in nationals. I mean, the past few times in nationals, we made it to the semis twice. So we right there. Just some things we got to clean up, some things we got to be more consistent with. And I think we'll really be able to make strides this upcoming season.
Jimmy started playing around 4 or 5 years old. He played right guard his first season, and he's been quarterback ever since, with the exception of his junior year, where he got all county honors as a middle linebacker. Jimmy also played throughout college. This is his 5th year playing flag. Jimmy didn't start flag until around 2020, when he was finishing up his college career. Jimmy first started playing with the Rebels, who now goes by TFK. Jimmy had trouble getting the team to travel and play in tournaments, so they mutually decided to part ways. In 2022, Jimmy joined the Disciples, and he has been with them ever since. His first game with the Disciples was during a Nitro tournament that they went on to win back-to-back. I recently asked Jimmy how he felt about last year's season, and he said from a winning perspective, the spring season was a bit of a disappointment, but looking back at it, a lot of changes were happening in the Disciples organization, which ultimately led to it being a chance to grow for the future, which paid off in the fall, where he won his first Division I championship in the Baltimore County League. But for him, he looks at it as practice for nationals. Jimmy is known for being one of the best quarterbacks in the field, but he doesn't allow the pressure to get to him, and he tries to remain calm and confident while on the field, as the whole team is looking to him as the quarterback to lead no matter what.
Hey, 1 yard game. Have a 5 yard game.
He was looking for that one. I thought he was looking for that one. Nah, I ain't gonna say. Hey. Ready to pursue, y'all.
Hey, we got the 40, y'all. We got the 40.
I'm playing that
Hey, ready to pursue, right there. Oh, he got the spot right there. That's a gracious spot. We good. We good. Oh my God!
Yeah, the ball was gone by the time.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's definitely me.
Oh, right on top of my head, I'm gonna say Corey. Corey's a young guy. He came from Juice. He played with us, and then he decided to leave because he wanted to play with his guy, and that's cool. He has a lot of family over at Juice, but he came back, and we kind of put him in a position where he could succeed, and he had a great season last year. He was a big part of what we did as far as in nationals and in the fall season in Baltimore that year. So Corey comes to mind. Another young guy we got, Jordan, wide receiver. He's the next guy up. If you don't know his name, you will hear his name. Great wide receiver. When we first got him, he grew a lot as far as routes, consistency on catches, and now every game you're going to see a big play from him. So, those are a couple guys that I see, one on offense, one on defense, that they're going to be that next big name disciple. Everybody knows Frank or myself, of course, Jimmy. But those are the guys that keep watching. You're going to see their name.
Ain't talking no more. It's a quickie, right? It's a quickie. Hey, Frank, you got it? Yeah.
Hey, I ran this. It's over, huh?
Cody and Pippen the corner.
Coming into place.
We're big on chemistry. We're big on character. Not everyone is fit for our team, and that's okay. We don't, of course, we want talented players, obviously, but at the end of the day, we're a family. So, there's players that we could have had at one point that were very talented, but for certain reasons, they just didn't fit our Disciples culture, and that's fine. It's nothing against, those type of players, but we're looking for a certain type of character. I just get them to understand, especially playing at the comp and pro level, I guess the open level, than earlier just doing your job. You know, I know sometimes we get players, you know, coming up from the lower divisions, the rec divisions. They, you know, I just want to come in, play receiver, score all touchdowns, this, that, and the third. Sometimes you got to come in. You're coming into a system. You got to figure out what you bring. How does that fit into a system? Like you're a cog in a machine. So we look at it as disciples. It's a well-oiled machine. So what are you bringing to help this machine run better? It may be receiver. It may be rush. It may be defense. It may be anywhere. We tell them from jump, check your ego at the door. It starts at the top. Leads by example. Keegan, myself, Jimmy, Tim, he's not at practice today. Tim, we all lead by example.
Okay. So first off, you know, my advice to new upcoming teams who's trying to get started: start with a core of guys who you're close to. It could be family, it could just be people who are like-minded. Start with that as a base. From there, build on and recruit and build like-minded players. It's not always best to go get the flashy players. They can also come in here and mess with chemistry. I mean, we've won both ways, and sometimes that's the juice ain't worth the squeeze with that. I said, but at the most part, it's definitely good to build with family. When we first started, we had like about 8 players that were related, brothers, cousins, all of that, just a whole bunch of just family, and that was pretty much our core that started us going. You know, but with that being said, it was always important for us to keep family first and keep building and reaching out. But we do try to get players that fit the system, that fit our culture first, and then we go from there. Because again, it's not always the best, most flashiest, most brash players will come over here and make a difference. If anybody decides to come over, we're always recruiting. And from that, you know, you see my guys here. These are guys who've been with me 10+ years. You know, we don't really lose a lot of players, and if some players leave to go on, we still wish them well. You know, it's all about giving back, pushing the next generation forward, and this flag. This thing has grown vastly since we first started. So that's one of the things: build from within, have a core guys, and keep getting more core guys to make your core to expand it. That's what I would say. Another thing, we are a non-profit organization. We do accept donations. We have, if you want to reach out to us, how you can donate and push forward. We do community outreach, we do community service. If you want to, you can contact us on our IG, Disciples, our IG. From here, we built the brand. This is Favor Apparel. We do athletic work from it, athletic stuff, sports stuff, regular fashionable gear. You know, this is based on, you know, making it cool to be a dad, taking care of responsibilities. That's what this stands for. But these are my guys right here. They've been with me. They're gonna transition to coaches as well. This is like the second tier generation of the Disciples right here with me.
What's about this season coming up? How do you guys feel?
Feel good. We added some more key additions. We're gonna try to run it back, get back to championship.
The end goal is always, we just looking forward to Florida. That's the end goal. So as long as we just keep working together, staying together, keep building, every week is just another opportunity to get better.
Upcoming season, I feel great. I feel confident in us. We moving at great levels. Things clicking. Coming to practice. We got guys at practice, making moves. Confidence levels high.
Last season, it's a good season overall. You know, like in the beginning of the season, we started off slow, but after the third game, you know, we worked our way up, and to playoffs, we got hot. And this season, we just gonna try win another one back to back.
We're gonna do Baltimore in the spring coming up, and then we're gonna be doing 5-man as well. So we're doing the 8s in Baltimore and the 5s in Bowie. DMVFFL, I'm a director, so gotta show them love. But yeah, we're gonna do 5s, and then in the fall, I think we're gonna switch it up and do Waffle. Don't quote me on that, but I think in the fall we're gonna switch it up and do Waffle to do something different, just to kind of see where we're at, see what type of dedication we have going into the summertime. So for the fall, we're really gearing up to go to nationals and make some noise.
Hey Frank, tell about my interview. My interview was good.
Oh yeah.
It was the best one. The best. Oh, it was? Yes, it was. She asked me 5 questions, so you know I was important. But my 5 questions was the more important in the whole thing.
What she asked you?
What she asked you?
What she asked you?
You gonna see it in the video.